Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. In today's program, which is a special edition focusing on our special series about youth for the South Africa Youth Day, which normally happens in June, I've got this lovely, beautiful, creative, multi-talented young lady, Miss Ronke Calebs. She's the General Manager and Creative Director for Life Mending Radio, which is based in Parow, Cape Town, South Africa. Ronke. Welcome to the program. And this is Mama K. Yes, this is Mama K. Welcome to our special series of youth on Impact Africa. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have you. Tell us about yourself. Where were you born? What's your position in the family? Who is Ronke? Just share whatever you want to share with us.
Okay, so Ronke is the third child born into the family of the Calebs. I was born in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria. I am an Igbo girl. I'm currently turning 21.
Wow, that age.
Yes.
21.
Yes.
But you actually act over 21 already.
Is it?
Yes, you have so much wisdom. But anyway, okay, keep going.
You.
So you're an Igbo girl. Which part, when you say Igbo, because some of our viewers might not know, what that means. That's the eastern part of Nigeria?
Yes, the eastern part of Nigeria. I'm from Mbaise.
Mbaise. Which state? Imo State. Okay. So you were born in Nigeria.
Yes.
You'll be turning 21.
Yes.
When did you leave Nigeria?
I left in the year 2014.
2014. Okay.
Yes.
So why did you leave Nigeria?
My parents already relocated to South Africa, and it was really tough staying away from my parents because our family is we have a very close-knit bond. So we couldn't really cope being too far away from each other for too long. So we decided to move back to South Africa with them.
Right. And you said you're the third?
Yes.
The baby?
No. We're four.
You're four? Okay.
4 girls to be
Four girls.
exact,
Wow. Ooh, your dad must be so proud.
Yes.
Princesses. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
So you're number 3?
Out of 4 girls.
Out of 4. So you're kind of middle child. Is that considered middle child nowadays? I don't even know.
Let's just say I'm dragging that position with the second.
With the second.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a student.
Okay.
A final year student studying a Bachelor's of Sciences in Information Technology. I'll be graduating this year.
Oh, awesome. Where are you studying?
Pearson Institute of Higher Education.
Awesome. So you'll be graduating this year?
This year.
And what did you say you're studying again?
A Bachelor's of Sciences in Information Technology.
Information Technology. What is that about nowadays? Just break it down a little bit in a layman's language. Because some of our viewers are young people, so you could encourage them, as well. What is that about?
Okay, so my career path is software engineering.
Okay.
That's where you create applications, you create websites, it's more like creating any type of software you might think of. And it's really nice because it gives me the opportunity to be creative. I'm a very creative child, like you said, ma'am. So it gives me the opportunity to turn to my creative side, thinking of solutions to problems that people may face on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Interesting. Wow.
Thank you.
Well, I wish you all the very, very best for the
ma'am.
future. Now we're in the Life Mending Radio studio, which is beautiful, awesome, and inspires to transform is the slogan. Why or when was Life Mending started, and what is your role and the vision as well for Life Mending?
Okay, so first of all, the vision of Life Mending Radio, as the slogan says, is to inspire to transform. Before transformation comes, there's always inspiration.
Right.
So the radio started in the year, it was last year.
Okay.
Around the ending of the year, December-ish. So
it's still new and fresh.
Yes, it's still new, a baby in that area.
A delicate baby,
Yes,
I'm
a
sure.
very delicate baby. So it's actually my father's dream. He was the one that had this vision, and he was working with certain people at a time. And when he couldn't really work with those people anymore, so he decided to ask me, because
It tapped into the resources at all.
Exactly.
That's what I call
he
it.
believes he believes that because I study IT, I study software engineering, not broadcasting. But in the family, if the TV remote is not working, call the IT person. The phone is not working, call the IT person. So he just called me and said, this is what is happening, this is what I want, and you have to do it. So I was like, but I know nothing about radio sounds like such a big thing when you just look at it from afar. So I was like, okay, this is another opportunity for me to be creative. So I decided, okay, I'll just give it a try, and since then it's been beautiful.
Wow, I can imagine. So who is your particular audience or your target market?
Okay, so firstly, our target market is not just Christians, because many people believe Life Mending Radio is for only Christians because it has a church backing it up. But no, it's not just for Christians. It's for the Muslims, it's for the Buddhists, it's for the atheists, it's for everyone.
It's a voice for all faiths,
Exactly.
all cultures, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So South Africa, Nigerian, Zimbabwe,
Yes.
Congolese, I already met.
Yes.
DRC young man, you know
Yes.
that. So okay,
Exactly.
so you said obviously that the church is the one backing it, but
Yes.
it's not necessarily about what's preaching necessarily about the church.
We have the legal part, we have the business part. It's
Right.
like all round edification, spiritual, emotional, legal, even your health. We touch every.
So what
part
are
of
some
a
of the
man.
programs?
Okay.
And which one do you host any, apart from being the creative director and general manager?
Yes, I'm also a host, which is a lot of stress. And I, like I said before we started the interview, I feel so stressed because I am mostly like, I'm the one asking the questions. So now I have to answer questions. So I'm a bit off, but
The tables have turned.
yes, and it turned around really fast. So I'm trying to get comfortable, and thank you, ma'am, for making me comfortable. So yes, I'm also a host. Our shows we have the 9 a.m. altar, which my pastor hosts. That's Pastor Caleb, my dad. And we have the politics today, where we talk about politics. We have health today, where we talk about healthcare. We have the show that I'm hosting. It's somewhat similar, but this time around, we're connecting with even people outside the country.
Right.
If you have a story, if you have a success story, you tell us. So
and we can never stop sharing stories.
You can never stop sharing
And
stories.
we need, with technology
Yes.
now, and COVID has allowed us to reach out, and not just about the local,
Yes.
we can think global,
Yes,
so
exactly.
And this is online radio, I
yes,
believe.
it's an internet radio.
Okay, so how can they tune in or listen? Is it on 24/7?
Yes, it is a 24/7 running radio.
Okay.
You can get the application on Google Play Store for now.
So there's an app.
Yes, we have
So
an
you
app.
can download an app on your phone
Yes.
and listen while,
Exactly. It's
Okay.
currently available for just Android users for now.
Oh, okay.
We are trying to
Right.
expand into the iOS users.
Okay.
So for the iPhone users, they can just, stream it live from our church website for now, which is www.lifemendingworldmission.org.
Marketer you are. Don't worry, we're going to be sharing that.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
So, I think maybe it's the right time to just stop and be right back. So, guys, we'll be right back. as a young person, before the break and showing some of our lovely pictures that have been shown, they have known about Life Mending. What kind of challenge or challenges have you experienced as a young person and a woman and maybe a non-South African? Yeah. Do you consider yourself now, because you've been here for how long now?
I think 6 years.
6 years, okay.
7.
Oh, okay. No, you're not yet a South African. No. the joke is, or what I normally hear is, or Capetonian, let me say Capetonian, that you have to spend 7 years before you are now seen as a Capetonian. So you need to pass that. I'm double that now. So I'm a Capetonian. So what challenges, apart from school, workload and things like that, what are some of the challenges you've experienced and how have you managed to cope or to handle them?
Okay, so firstly, I would say aside school, aside church, like you said, being a non-South African, it's quite a challenge, and people don't understand because sometimes when you move to another country, people has their own ideas of who a person is just because you're from a certain country. So it's been a day-to-day struggle for me to always represent my country in the right way. So people are like, oh, I thought Nigerians are like this. So I'm like, no, they're not.
Let me educate you.
Exactly. So aside that, the communication barrier, I'm trying to learn the local languages. Okay. Yes, Xhosa and Afrikaans.
Have you started learning?
Yes, I am. Ik praat goed Afrikaans now.
Yeah. I don't even know what to reply. I don't know what to reply to. Leka. Or buy donkey. Thank you. I'm terrible with languages. I just speak one or two things and I claim that I know how to speak that language.
Yeah, it starts like that. It's baby steps for now.
Baby steps. No, so, I think mine is past baby steps. Okay, so keep going.
Yeah, so aside those two, I don't really think... Okay, yes, I have another one, which is... I've not really gotten used to, and I don't think I should get used to being objectified as a woman here. Okay. So back where I came from in Nigeria, it's not really that obvious when a man just walks past and he just looks at you and you know, oh, this person is looking at me, and you just walk past. But I've had a few events where people literally try to harass me because I'm a woman. So that is one of like the biggest problems or challenges that I face. But most of the time, I believe pepper spray could handle that. I believe maybe a punch to the face.
Did you learn taekwondo or karate?
I was literally learning self-defense because I got scared.
But I'm joking about it, but it's sometimes for women. I think there should be more of that is taught. Our two boys, young men, they're working now. We started them with taekwondo at age 3. Wow. Although they don't use it, but they can use it. But what it taught them as well was in terms of discipline, for themselves and how respect, and things like that. And for me, I think more of training like that should be done for women. And because of issues, in the high gender-based violence, we have in South Africa as well. So how do you achieve balance, as a pastor's daughter, student, radio producer, host, everything. What else did I miss there? How do you achieve balance?
Firstly, I think I'm quite bad with time management. Okay. Because it feels like since this year began, final year, so it feels like I don't have time for myself. It got to the point where I was literally arguing with my father because I wanted to make my hair and he needed me to do some technology stuff. And I'm like, I'm making my hair. And he was like,
it's me time.
It's me time. So I'm still trying. I'm working towards close perfection when it comes to combining everything, but I'm someone that's always open to a challenge. So every challenge, like it's a daily challenge, and I feel like I always set my goals, like daily tasks, and I make sure I meet up with it. So it also gives me that extra time to spend with family, sleep, and work at night for school and all those stuff.
So you're trying to find I always tell people as well sometimes, because I juggle a lot of things as well, and when people ask me about balance, and I'm like, but balance could be that way as well, and I can move it like that as well. And it's no balance. So this week I feel like sleeping more. This week I'm working so hard, and then next week I'm like, other way. So, but anyway, so what motivates you as a person?
I believe it's firstly my parents. I always make reference to my country. Back in Nigeria, in the olden days, they believed that women, like female children, their place is in the kitchen. So female children should not get degrees. Female children should not do this, do that. So
because they're going to get married.
Exactly. Anyway. So they feel it's like a waste. So my father has decided to make sure that all his kids, all 4 of his daughters, get degrees, and that motivates me a lot. The fact that this man that's supposed to be one of the reasons why I should have gotten married at the age of 10 or something actually believes that a woman should get education, a woman should have her own money, a woman should be able to secure herself. So I believe that's one thing that motivates me, wakes me up every morning. You need to do this, you need to do this, because your father, your family, they believe in you. So that's one of my biggest motivations.
Kudos to your dad. He's done a very good job. You're very respectful. And anyway, don't let me share the qualities. What are some of the personal qualities that you feel you have that has helped you up till now?
Okay, firstly, I would say it's my determination, because every day I wake up, I don't look at what's around me. I look at what I want. So that determination, I always look at the end result. So determination, and I try with patience. You see,
tell me about that
when it comes to, and it's worse, because as a software engineer, you tend to like just lose it at once. For example, when a computer is not working and you try to like, it has to do with coding, the speed of the computer. If it's not what you want, you get pissed because you feel like no one understands. So I believe that I've been able to work on it. So those 2 qualities, determination and patience, giving myself time, knowing that I am human, I have a goal, I will reach it, but at my own time. I don't have to push and overwork myself. I'm still a kid. Yes.
You're right. Under 21, but don't to go over that. So you're no longer be a kid. But yeah, I think that's just inspiring and insightful, you know. And I wish, you know, some of our young people, you know, picking, you know, from some of what you're sharing. So do you have time for any hobbies or interest or anything? Or there's no time for that? No. Or everything is all mixed up? What you're doing has now become like a hobby?
Exactly. When I have free time, like I don't have a set free time for me. So whatever time I can steal away, I just use it to do things that I like. Like, for example, I like cooking. And thankfully, my parents love eating. So it's easier for me. So yeah, I just try my best, because I plan on retiring at the age of 25. Yes, like fully retiring, just traveling around the world. I don't want to look for a job.
So have you set up a goal and a vision for yourself?
Yes,
because that's just 4 years' time.
Yes, and clock is ticking. So yes, I have. I will be graduating this year. Before the ending of the year, I'm planning on bringing out my own application, my own software application that hopefully gets as big as WhatsApp. And secondly, at the end of the year, I'm planning on starting my own business, a specific business that I won't really talk about for now.
Because it's cooking.
It's really cooking. And it's based on my hobby, because aside the radio, aside the IT, I am a big fan of business. Anything I see, I can sell a pen, I can sell this, I can sell that. So it's something that I am looking into. So when I say I don't want to get a job at the end, like at the age of 25, I want to retire, it means I want to open businesses and I want to be able to, you know, live that baby life. Yes.
You know, I'm actually speechless. You know why? I have a sister, one of my sisters, a baby sister like you. She's no longer a baby. She's over 40 now. But you just remind me of her. And but the difference is you actually started way earlier than she did. And, you know, for you to have set goals of retiring at 25 and you've got your dreams on and your goals and what you're saying on entrepreneurship, why that area of what did you see, how did that happen? I just want to understand that.
Okay, I would like to say that I'm someone who doesn't really like working. I believe in don't work hard, work smart. So
I know that's what you young people have been telling.
Exactly.
My son tells me that as well. Okay,
exactly.
I'm listening.
So I've seen the lives of many older people. I think they tend to follow this trend line and it ends up in receiving monthly pension, and that's not the life I'm planning on living. So I believe if I start earlier, I'll finish earlier and I enjoy the rest of the time that I have. So I think that's what just pushes me. Yes.
So for retirement at 25, what are you looking forward to? Are you just going to sit at home and go travel around the world? I don't know. I just want to hear. What is your plan for retirement?
Okay.
I can't even believe I'm having this conversation with you. But let's go there.
Okay.
I want to hear. I'm learning as well.
Okay, at 25, I want to, although my father doesn't believe that I can get him a car, get him a house, I would like to buy him a house so he can stay as far away.
Why doesn't he believe that?
Because he has this mindset of, you children think you're going to take care of me at the end when you guys are older, but I'll have you know that Jesus takes care of me. But he doesn't realize that the reason why we are here, God sent us here to take care of him in his old age. So I don't think like the old age kind of idea has actually settled in his mind, but he is getting old. So yes, I would like to build my parents a home, get them cars. I want to get married at the age of 25, and then I just want to travel, because the only places I've been on a plane. I've been in a plane for 2 times. Yes, just twice.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm planning on filling my passport book. I'm trying to
see
like,
the
understand
world.
other cultures. I just don't want to know that I'm Igbo and everyone around me is Nigerian. I want to get to know other people. So yes, that's my plan.
Wow, I'm inspired. And I look forward to God making all what you're saying happen. I heard something there. I got married at age 25, and in fact I'm going to be 30 years waiting next month. Or no. Okay, anyway, I'm getting confused. But anyway, we're 30 years this year. Let's You've set yourself that age. Is there anybody?
Not currently, because my father is so hell-bent on kicking everyone away. So I believe he's just wanting me to like get done with school and everything, because I know he knows the time is coming where he cannot hold that person back. I told him that yesterday. I'm like, Daddy, you know, I'm not going to get married to you. You already married your wife. So someone's going to come take me away from you. So you have to, yes.
You've given me the wings.
Set it. Exactly. So 25, I'm out.
Oh, okay. This is so fun. I haven't had this kind of interview in a while, or conversation. Okay. So now let's go back to the serious things now, and we're almost getting there, and we're almost running out of time.
Yes.
With all the known challenges that you're aware, you know, that we have facing young people in South Africa and Africa as a continent, but because we're in South Africa, so we'll narrow it down to South Africa. You know, issues of unemployment, of teenage pregnancy and gender-based violence, you know, and so on. In your view, what do you think are some of the solutions, or what can be a solution, even if it is one, to help? Not that whether it's feasible or not. What do you think? I just like hearing this, you know, from young people and people generally.
Okay, so firstly, ma'am, the biggest problem that we have in South Africa is unemployment. And I don't believe that should be a problem, because if you can create jobs, why don't you do it? So I think the answer to unemployment is entrepreneurship. Everyone, you find what makes you happy. You find what makes you happy and you do it, you monetize it. As for teenage pregnancy, I would say stay safe, but sometimes people don't do it. So I believe that it's always good for you to let the child know the consequence. It's not about just dying during childbirth. It's not about it can scare a child when they know that, okay, so when I give birth to this child, my parents are not going to be taking care of this child because that child becomes my responsibility. So now you understand that if you do what grown-ups do, you have to continue doing it for the rest of your life. I think people don't understand that because they have been, and I'll not fully put the blame on the adults, on the parents, but I believe that if you start teaching your child from the young age, the Bible says, train up your child in the way he should go, that when he's old, he will not depart from it. So I believe it's, here they don't hit children. Even if you hit your child, you do it behind closed doors. But I believe that that should be something that should be legalized. Like smacking the child, not punishing and turning the child into a hateful monster, but always correcting. Correction it's needed.
I want to have I'm just thinking, I'm looking at you now, I'm just thinking because I'm always looking at debates and discussions and so on, you know, who is for and against. That's an interesting topic that I'm passionate about as well, you know, corporal punishment. I don't believe in it because I was, you know, really, really hit, you know, when I was a young child. And most children my age, some of my sisters joke sometimes now that, I've been traumatized because I was beaten when I was. However, what I did, you know, was when we had our sons, I didn't even touch them, not once. I made that decision, that conscious decision. However, what I did was the look. Even up till now, my boys know that look for some reason, and they always are, who? So, but I want to hear, the for, you know, in terms of smacking, and the against, you know, in terms of. So I'll keep that somewhere for us to talk about.
When I mean corporal punishment, you see, sometimes our parents tend to use transferred anger. That's
that is mostly what, you know, it is about.
Yes, so I don't believe in transferred anger.
Yeah.
It's
That's
wrong.
mostly what, you know, well, for me being a Nigerian, what I see in Nigeria, that's what I normally see.
So I just mean correcting the child.
Yes.
And when you need a little tap, you tap the child. Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that, because I just need to make sure, you know, that, and you're spot on with the transferred anger.
Thank you.
So now we've just got to round up, you know, shortly. So what kind of future would you like to see for youth in South Africa, since this is our special series about celebrating young people?
Okay, no offense to the older people, but
it's okay. We will take it.
I think a bright future is a future where the older people, the old cultures are overthrown.
Whoa, that deep? Okay.
Yes.
I'm offended.
I'm sorry. No, I don't mean like overthrown. I mean like where young children, young people are allowed to go into power in the government.
Is it a case that they're not allowed?
It feels like they are not allowed because you see, with government,
so there are barriers.
Yes, they set a whole barrier because you're too young, you're too this, you're too that, and you see, most of the times, youth always. God has given us this blessing that we always have better ideas. You see, when a president is ruling, he's ruling based on what he knows, which is like archaic stuff. And when a youth president comes on, he knows how people feel. He's not just high and mighty. He has lived that life. He knows how to fix it. But you still need the wisdom from the older one like me. What? You know, maybe that's why there's vice presidents, which can, you know, I'm just saying. I think
so a young person should automatically be a president. That's what you're saying. And then the vice can mentor. Yes, because there's no heart in the presidency now. So the youth stands for the heart of the people, while the older people work with structure. So then it works hand in hand. So I see a future with the youth having a voice. That's all I think would be best for all of us. Wow. I could go on and on and on with you. Thank you, ma'am. It's been a pleasure, and a joy to have this conversation, and I really am looking forward to more of such conversations. And I wish you, all the very best with your project, with your schoolwork, with your dream of retiring at the age of 25, which, that was when I got married, I think. I can't even remember the age. I need to the maths. So I wish you all the very best with Life Mending Radio. And there's a lot, you've said there, and you are a light, and the salt of the world.
Wow.
So nobody can cage you. Nobody can. Yeah, your dad might want you to stay, but he can't really. It won't work.
It won't work.
like we say in Yoruba, I know you understand Yoruba as well. Kolewek. But I think it's because he loves you and he knows, he has an asset, in you as a daughter.
Yes.
And what I would like you to do now in closing, if there's any words of encouragement, you want to give to the young people out there, just please.
Wow. I don't have a specific word for you, but I believe that the reason why we are called youth is for change. And I believe that change can only start with us. So if you think you're being held back, shake it off. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new generation. You have to show the older generation why we are called the youth. So whatever you might be going through, mental health, just know it gets better. It gets worse before it gets better. So, yeah.
Wow, that's deep. Deep. Oh,
so much,
no wonder your dad identified you as, okay, it's my idea, it's my vision, but your baby, run with it.
Oh, wow. But he wouldn't let me run with it.
He will. Guiding you, like you said, this is the vice president, he's the assistant
general. Can you tell him that? I'm the president, I make all the decisions, and he just follows, and he just, advises.
Okay, that's a title, that's a name. He will still control you if he wants to.
Exactly. So I can't even argue with him. It's fine.
All right. Well, it's been fun and a blessing, to be here. I wish you all the very, very best for the future.
Thank you.
Keep impacting lives. Keep giving people voice.
Yes.
Those who don't have. And God is your strength.
Amen. Thank you so much.
God is your strength.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's all we've got time for today at Impact Africa Special Series Youth. This is Mama K signing off. Remember, God is love. Till next time. Love you all. Stay safe. Stay blessed.